Hi, everybody. This is Ray. I'm here at React Miami with Danielle Maxwell. Danielle, thanks for sitting, having a chat with me.
Sure.
Why don't you tell us a bit about who you are, who you work for, and what you do?
Okay, sure. My name is Danielle Maxwell. I work for a company called Rotational Labs.
Okay.
It's a startup, and what's our tagline? Navigating data through time and space. I am a junior distributed systems engineer,
Okay.
but really the way I explain it so that people can understand what I do is that I'm a full stack developer.
Okay. Yeah. That's a simple way to put it. Everybody understands full stack.
Exactly.
You just gave your talk here at React Miami. How are you enjoying the conference?
Yeah, I'm having a great time. This is actually I think this is my first React specific conference. I've
Okay.
been to some other front end conferences, maybe two or three. But I think this is the first one that's been like React specific.
Okay. And what's your favorite parts about the conference?
Oh, sure. I think the talks have been really amazing. I've learned quite a bit. I cannot remember the speaker's name, and I'm so sorry. But she spoke about React Native.
Okay. Yeah.
And
I think that was Jen.
Jen, okay.
Jen Robinson.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed her talk about that because I have not really had any experience with React Native before. And I think she said her goal was to try to hopefully inspire us to use React
Right.
Native. And I was inspired actually.
That's awesome. Do you have any experience when it comes to low code platforms?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Well, so when I say low code, what comes to mind? What are your thoughts?
Sure. I think what kind of comes to mind is, I think I like drag and drop, right? Tools like that make it easier for people who are maybe not as experienced to be able to create websites or create any type of web experience. As I'm talking, WordPress comes to mind. Even, what's the name of the company? They do email marketing. ConvertKit.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of them, but
Oh.
they're very much a drag and drop type.
Yes.
That makes sense. Yeah. So let's say, putting your developer hat on, if you were told by your manager that you were going to work with low code from now on, like the company's implementing low code, get on board, what would your thoughts be? Would you be excited? Would you be worried? What would your concerns and what would your initial impressions be on that?
Sure, that's a great question. I'm probably just going to go immediately to Google. Exactly what does this mean for me? But I think that I wouldn't be upset because managers have their reasons for why they implement decisions, right?
Yeah.
Now, whether you agree with that decision is up to you. But I wouldn't be upset. I definitely for sure would be like, okay, I would have a lot of questions. Like, what does that mean for me? How will we implement it? Why? What's the reasoning? Because it's always good to understand the decision making, at least for me, is. But I would definitely be intrigued, and yeah, I would probably go down a Google rabbit hole.
Yeah, no, that would make sense. Is there anything that you'd like to talk about? Anything you're passionate about, maybe, or a project you're working on?
Okay, sure. Something I am passionate about, and it's mainly because this is how I got my experience as a developer, is there's a bootcamp called 100 Devs.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
a free web dev bootcamp, and that's actually how I got my start. The person who started it, his name is Leon Knoll.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And he has a nonprofit that kind of does the same thing, in person. And I cannot remember the name of it. I'm so sorry, Leon. But due to the pandemic, he was inspired in order to help people be able to navigate into a different career. And so he took that to Twitch, to the internet. And he's fostered just really amazing community. I've met some really great people who were in my shoes, who were trying to become web developers, people who were already web developers and just were so helpful to me on my journey along the way. And so that's something that I am really passionate about. I think it's just being able to help others be able to who want to work in tech, whether it is as a developer or product manager, whatever it is. That has definitely made me really excited to help others in any way I can. I don't know exactly how I can these days, but I try.
Coming out and giving talks is a great way to start. And when people see people like you who brought themselves in and self-educated with online content, it really inspires them. I'm a little jealous because when I first started in the industry, you needed to have a college degree in order to get anything done. So I wasted a bunch of time and money on getting a college degree. And now people can self-educate, and the industry has done a good job of not focusing on that special piece of paper, but focusing on the skills that people are really able to present and to show off.
For sure, for sure. It's really great. And I love that there are so many other nonprofits, boot camps that are actually doing that as well. I definitely try to shout out 100 Dells whenever I can because I know there's so many people who are looking for a way to how can I get into that career? And I'm just like, hey, go there. And then another thing I'm really passionate about is my company. We're working on like an eventing product right now, like an
Okay.
eventing system. And I had no clue what that meant before I started working for them. But so over the past like few months, I've been learning more and more about it. And so we am trying to get more into like how do we explain this, especially to front end devs, in a
Right.
way in which they realize, oh no, this is something that could really benefit me, something that's really beneficial. And so I'm definitely looking forward to some of like smaller projects that I'm doing at work that can help me actually
Right.
become more familiar, just so I can even talk more about it.
So when you say an eventing, so you're talking about EDA? You're talking about
Oh,
event-driven architecture?
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's definitely coming up. The company I worked at before 8base was they're called Solace, so
Okay.
they're an event broker company. So I got a lot into event-driven architecture, and when you first learn about it, you kind of question why
Yeah.
you're not doing this more because of the benefits that you get from EDA. Anyway,
Exactly.
thanks for sitting and having a chat with me.
No problem. Thank you for having me.